Alright guys, so for our reading passage, what was the opinion about CCTVs? Jenny, what was the opinion in the reading passage?
CCTV is not okay.
That's it, okay? They did not say, alright, positive things about CCTVs. But for listening, alright, let's quickly listen, alright, to the passage and figure out the topic, okay? Here we go.
Last time, we discussed CCTV in the UK. What we talked about might have you seriously questioning the practice. If it's that bad, why is the British public tolerating it? Most would agree that the UK of today is a far cry from the autocratic society presented in 1984. There is an elected government, after all, and a free press. If CCTV were as ineffective as some people would have us believe, you'd think it would be a relatively easy matter to pass laws against it. So, why don't they? I'll return to that specific question in a bit. But first, let's look at the other side of the issue, at how CCTV is effective.
So clearly, what was the topic for this passage? Vicky?
Let's discuss other side of issue and how it is effective.
Alright, very good. So that is the thesis statement, okay? But what was the topic?
How the system is effective. The system surveillance.
That's it, okay, again, it's talking about CCTV in which country?
UK.
In the UK, alright? So everyone, let's type that in. Alright, the topic was about CCTVs in the UK.
Thesis is
And then, of course, what was the speaker's opinion of CCTVs? Now, what were the key phrases that we should be listening for? Can you read the four, John?
Well, we're going to discuss, let's look and let's talk about.
Very good. So every time, okay, we hear these phrases, listen up for what's coming up next, right? Okay? So, let's get to that part of the passage.
Specific question in a bit. But first, let's look at the other
Alright, so right there, what was that key phrase?
Let's
look at. So let's listen for what they say about CCTVs in the UK.
side of the issue, at how CCTV is effective.
Alright. So what was the opinion of the speaker? John?
Let's look at some issue that CCTV is effective.
Very good, alright, okay. We're going to be hearing about how CCTV is effective in the UK. Alright, so let's type that in or write that in. Alright. So now, based on the thesis, what's going to be coming up for the major details?
How?
June, what's going to be coming up for the major details? Which W or H question is going to be answered based on the thesis?
why?
Alright. Okay, why? Alright. Okay, CCTV is effective. Alright, what else, Vicky?
How?
How? Alright, it's going to be effective.
Where?
Therefore, what's going to be our pattern of organization for this passage?
Listing?
Listing?
That's it. Listing of what?
Listing of how CCTV is effective.
Very good, alright? Reasons for how or why CCTV is effective. So here we go. Let's put our earphones on, alright? And let's do the first supporting detail, alright, about how or why CCTV is effective in the US. Okay? Here we go.
US?
Oh, sorry, in the UK. Alright?
question.
That has an answer.
It's only first.
Yeah, just the first supporting detail. Okay? Alright, so let's take a look at the first supporting detail, everyone. Okay, let's take off your earphones, okay? So for the first supporting detail, how is CCTV effective? What is it effective against? Vicky?
It is effective against property crimes.
Very good. So the first supporting detail is about how it's effective against property crimes. Okay? And then of course they actually explain that further. What does the data tell us? What do they tell us about the things? John?
Shows that our things are indeed safer.
That's it. They talk about how things are safer. Okay? Alright? And therefore it's effective against what?
Okay.
That's it, against property crimes. Good. Alright? And then of course, what do they say about the question of whether thieves simply move elsewhere? What do they say about that, Jade?
Can be taken as an argument for more CCTV cameras.
Very good. They can talk about how, alright, there could be more CCTV cameras. Okay? Alright, good. So now we're going to quickly watch a video, alright, about basically house, okay, breaking into a house, okay? So now, I want you guys to take a look at what happens when the intruder, okay, or the thief breaks into the house. Alright? And also, I want you guys to think about, would you want CCTV cameras inside your house?
No.
Yes.
No.
Think about how...
In the big thing.
No.
Big, not in our room, in the what is it?
Living
communal
room.
area,
Yeah.
living room, kitchen. Okay, why would you want it in the living room or in the kitchen?
Because like even though because when the thieves come, they'll come to the door or in the window, so we can know whose face is it.
Okay, so you're saying that the thieves will not come like into your room? They'll come through the living room?
I mean even though we have the CCTV, they what do you say? What do you say? The CCTV cannot see our private things.
Okay. Okay, because you want your privacy in your room. Okay, alright. Yes, Julia?
I think I don't want in my house, but I just want that in the door, just to the door, not inside our
Okay, and why would you want it near the door?
because window there are like two glass, so it's hard to come inside, and it's locked. So, and I don't want CCTV to see what I'm doing,
Okay.
But most of the things come through doors or like windows, so I just want to have CCTV.
Okay, alright. Interesting thought there. Good. Alright, so guys, here we go. Let's quickly watch the video. Alright, and we'll talk about it further. Alright, Jade?
What's that?
Command Control, identify yourself.
All
What's
right,
that?
everyone.
Huh?
Yeah.
Why is this so?
We saw the
What
process.
is it?
This is no what? This is
Alright,
not.
so
a-
what happened, Vicky, when the intruder broke into the house?
All the alarm effects and the controller looks. Controller records the video in his hard disk.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then afterwards, what happened?
And he speaks over the speaker,
Uh-huh.
and the beggar gets surprised, and and the controller calls ambulance or police, and he also break the key. And the beggar got ran away with empty hands, and the police caught.
All right, that's it. Okay, good. Okay, good summary of the process there. Okay. All right, so now let's move on to the second part, the next part of the lecture. So what is going to be the main idea for the next part of the lecture? June?
I think why Canary is better than police. Wait,
What was our thesis statement again, June?
CCTV is effective.
Very good. So what's going to be
How
our second?
CCTV are effective.
Very good, all right? They're going to give us another reason of how CCTV is effective. So here we go. Let's put our earphones on, all right? And let's listen for the second reason, all right, how CCTV is effective, all right? Okay. All right, so for the second part
No.
of the lecture, okay, 4 seconds. All right, so Sarah, for the second part of the lecture, what's another reason how CCTV can be effective?
It can be more cost-effective than police officers.
Very good. So they're saying that it's more cost effective than police officer. All right. So how is this so? All right. So in the first detail here, what do they say in terms of the difference between a human and a camera? Tony, what did you get for the answer? What does a common sense?
Balls on side of the camera.
Very good. So common sense tells us that, all right, that cameras, okay, can be more effective, all right, than human beings. And then, of course, what do they say in terms of, all right, hiring one police officer? How many cameras can they put?
10.
All right. That's it. They could put tons of CCTV cameras, okay, compared to one police officer. All right. And then, of course, these cameras, all right, where can they be in?
Everywhere.
That's it, okay? But be a little bit more specific.
Hundreds of places at once.
Very good. So the key detail is about how, the fact that they can be in hundreds of places at once. All right, very good. All right.